I have to figure out if it's Putin or poutine. I found it! Finally! The diamond steak. What a beauty. I kid you not. This, we gotta keep it for ourselves. We gotta keep it for ourselves. Yes, you can't tell any of the other dogs. You can't tell anyone, not even your grandmother. This is between you and me. I'm gonna give you the diamond steak, and it's still on the cheap side. Here it is. Oh, what a beauties! Look at them. They're so gorgeous. They look like diamonds. Well, that's why in the Netherlands these are called the diamond steak. You might know them as the petite tender, the mock tender, the what was the other name? Let me check. I wrote a list down because there are like a gazillion names. But basically, mock tender, petite tender, shoulder tender, whatever you want to call this. Not many people know about it. That means the price is still okay. But this steak is supposed to be as tender as the tenderloin, as tasty as a skirt steak. Can you imagine how good it is? And that for an extremely low price. Now, of course, I have selected some beautiful steaks. Look at these. And then I came across the wagyu version as well. We're so lucky. And every animal has just two of these tiny pieces. So if you can find one of these, make sure to take them home with you. And I'm gonna show you a delicious recipe to go with it. Let's fire up the barbecue and start cooking.
And stay calm. We gotta stay calm.
No, I just want to eat the steak. Let's get a freak. Come on, let's fire up the grill, man. I'm gonna make for you guys the most epic poutine you've ever had. First of all, of course, we gotta heat up a pan, put a big lump of butter in, and then when the butter is melted, comes the secret ingredients. These are chunks of fat from brisket. Not just any brisket, Black Angus brisket. We're going to let the fat render down into the butter, let the fat come out, and then we're going to remove those chunks. I'm giving it to my dog, but you can do with it whatever you like, because with a little bit of salt, they will be perfect on a side table with a beer. Then I'm going to add the shavings of my brisket, the little bit of beef that I otherwise would throw away, because they are going to create my fond when they start browning. And when they're all brown and release their flavor, they can come out too. Now that we created this amazing, flavorful, big bath of fat, we're going to add flour. And I'm adding around half of the amount of flour that I have fat. I'm going to let the flour transform from raw flour to cooked flour. Once that's done, we're going to add 500 milliliters of beef broth. And now you see the transformation coming. It starts turning into a poutine. Oh, this stuff is good. All it needs now is a little bit of salt and some fresh ground black pepper, and you're all done. With that poutine sauce ready, it's time to start cooking the rest. And I already preheated this giant cast iron pizza plate. This is going to be perfect for searing our steaks. Now, these steaks are not your ordinary steaks. Look, they don't have the beautiful steak shape. So that's something that we gotta work with. Because this point here is gonna be done before the middle section is gonna be done. And we can cut this up into medallions or like fold them back, tie them up, but they're just basically too small to do that. So somewhere we have to find a middle ground where we accept the fact that the cuisson is not going to be perfect all around, and still we're going to have a good steak. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this up here, let this come up to temperature, and I'm going to take one wagyu and one ordinary version, and I'm going to let this come up to temperature up here. Of course, it's going to get a little bit of sear because of that stainless steel grill grate that's on top. And I already have a pan here because, all right, I have a little vice. Like, I never told anyone about this, but They got these pre-made potato thingies, and we're gonna use that for the poutine. So sorry to everybody that think this is offensive, but hey, this is like my American cheese. Stick of butter, and we're just going to let these brown up and become nice and delicious. I'm gonna add another stick of butter. It's so great stuff. You don't have to do that, just the stick of butter. It just looks good on camera, so. Oh. Our ladle potato bowls are done. Nice and golden brown, crispy on the outside. Oh, they're gonna go so well with the poutine. Ooh, I'm just gonna set them aside like a little cool place. I think my steak is almost done, so I'm going to put in my meter thermometer probe just to make sure I get the temperature right. I can check on the meter app to see when the steak is done exactly. And I wanted to go until around 40 degrees Celsius, and then I'm just gonna sear it off on that cast iron heat. Oh, it's gonna build up the most amazing crust you've ever seen. I got my eye on that app. There you have it. Oh, perfect poutine with my personal guilty pleasure, the potato balls. Of course, you can make your own homemade fries, but these are my guilty pleasures. And then our diamond steak. Now is the time to figure out if this steak is any good. Reservation though? I could have cooked it a little less, but still looks good. We still have to figure out if it's Putin or poutine. If you say Putin, would you upset the Russians? And if you would say poutine, would you upset the French people? I don't think in France they have something like this. Potatoes with gravy.
I say go.
Go? I'm just gonna grab it with my hand. You know how it works. Ooh, that already looks beautiful. It isn't even wagyu. It looks tender. It looks like filet mignon.
Oh yeah. Starting with the normal one. That's crazy tender.
No, and it's gone. Beautiful steak flavor.
The tenderness of this steak, insane.
This wasn't wagyu. Seriously.
Only one way to find out.
All right, quality check.
Oh my God. Have the Canadians been hiding this from us all this time?
That's some. That's just Michelin level. I'm blown away. Cottage cheese, poutine. I'm getting emotional here. This is just magnificent.
Eva just put her paw on Morrison's leg, like, dude, give me some. You want to keep your tires on your car?
Please don't eat my tires.
I love you, Morrison. Give me some.
I love you too. I love you too.
Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, then make sure you visit our website. The recipe is right there. You can enjoy all we're enjoying. Make sure to leave us a big thumbs up and a comment down below. Big thank you to our patrons and our YouTube members. Hope to see you guys next time. Until then,
Eet smakelijk.
and keep on grilling.